Greetings, Union family and friends. I am Nigel Neal, one of the co-chairs of the Pastoral Search Committee. On behalf of the committee, we wanted to take a moment to answer some of the frequently asked questions that the congregation had concerning the progress of the current pastoral search. Question: you started with 200 applicants. How many applicants have you narrowed it down to, and have you identified candidates for interview? The 200 applicants are not all from the people who responded to the UBC profile. The majority were supplied from a database called ABCAPAD, the American Baptist Churches of Pennsylvania and Delaware. These people had a profile already on file. Jeffrey Johnson provided these names to the search committee. In addition, some applicants called directly to the church, submitted applications on the Indeed website or SBTS, the Southern Baptist Theological Seminary. These people directly responded to the job posting sent out by the Pastoral Search Committee. We narrowed the list down by each committee member, identifying their top 10 candidates. Then, we took a deeper dive as a committee and narrowed the list further, once we received a completed packet of information required. Yes, we have taken an in-depth look at approximately 10 candidates and held conversations, listened to pre-recorded sermons, and completed background checks and verified references with 5 of them. In addition, we listened to multiple sermons from the other 5 candidates. Question: how soon will you bring candidates to the pulpit, and will we have trial sermons for candidates? The search committee has taken a position of having a unanimous decision prior to sending that candidate to the UBC Council of Ministries. Following that process, the council will accept or reject candidates. If accepted by the council, that candidate will be brought to the congregation. Question: how do you expect to get a unanimous decision with so many personalities involved? We, as a search committee, are very glad that you asked this question. There are multiple personalities in the church. We are looking at that as a positive. The church deliberately had a cross-section of selected individuals from our membership to be on the Pastoral Search Committee. These members are very diverse and represent the entire body of the church, which includes various personalities, thoughts, genders, and tenure. The search committee is trusting that God will use in unity through faith, and we are not moving without Him. We have focused on certain scriptures from the Bible to assist us in this process, which we would like for you to join us in focusing on. Those Bible verses being 1 Corinthians 12:13, 1 Corinthians 1:10, and Ephesians 4:3-4. Question: when should we expect to hear from a candidate, and will it be announced that they are a candidate or not? The congregation will hear only if the UBC Council of Ministries accepts that candidate sent from the Pastoral Search Committee. Please refer to the YouTube video from October 29, 2017 called Dr. Jeff Johnson Pastoral Search Session. Question: will candidates do more than just preach? Will they attend a meeting? Will they be among the people? Will they observe the church service and not be recognized? Yes, the search committee is looking at perhaps having a weekend with the recommended candidate. Have the candidate meet with leaders outside of the service and or sit in a few meetings with different ministries. We are considering doing a question and answer with the congregation and the candidate, as well as holding a Bible study with the congregation. Question: why does the processing of candidates have to be secret? The search committee conducts the process in a manner that represents our congregation, both internally with our members and externally with the candidates and other search process will be introduced to. As holding to the highest standard of integrity and excellence, also there may be candidates who are currently employed and may not want their employer to know that they are seeking other opportunities. Question: is the Pastoral Search Committee using a rubric to score the candidates in the 7 topic areas to rank the best candidate in hierarchy order? The committee receives potential candidates from the American Baptist Churches of Pennsylvania and Delaware based on characteristics identified as being most important to the congregation. These candidates were already rated in several categories on a 6-point scale by their peers. They also evaluated themselves, so we have the opportunity to gain insight from both a peer and personal perspective. We also received candidates who responded to the posting of the position on the Indeed website. In response to our outreach to multiple Baptist organizations throughout the country and in response to referrals made by the union family and members of the community, these candidates were evaluated based on documentation and they provided as part of the application process. When it was possible and available, the committee did evaluate sermons provided by the candidates on a 5-point scale. Question: why didn't the Pastoral Search Committee select Dante Snooks? Although we cannot discuss the personal specifics of why a candidate was not recommended for the position of senior pastor, the committee did take prayerful consideration of all candidates who progressed through the process. Candidates that were identified by the committee as those who had the highest potential to stand as our senior pastor were asked to provide the following information: a written transcript or outline of a sermon, a recent video of a live sermon, a copy of ordination paper or an essay outlining their essential theological beliefs, and a letter of interest that included a response to the following questions. What attracts you to the Union Baptist Church? How do you know that God is leading you to the Union Baptist Church? How would a 98-year-old church grow and remain faithful and relevant in the 21st century under your leadership? In addition to receiving the candidate's application submission packet, the committee held internal discussions, attended in-person sermons and viewed sermons available online through YouTube and or Facebook. We also met and interacted with strong candidates in various forums, including a personal Bible study session. Question: why didn't the Pastoral Search Committee select Reverend Dr. Michael Friday? Reverend Dr. Michael Friday did not submit a formal application. Please refer to a letter from Union's interim senior pastor, Christmas 2018 and New Year 2019. Please reach out to the search committee if you would like to request a copy of this letter. As a reminder, we welcome any additional questions and they can be submitted to our email at searchcommittee@unionbaptistpgh.org. Thank you and God bless.